So this is just a quick video regarding the 1.24 inch outer diameter crystal chamber from G.O.T.H 3Designs. I'm going to just quickly talk about my experiences with it and whether or not it's dual worthy. I personally think it is, but I'll leave that up to debate. Yeah, there's a bunch of other components to it, but these 4 pieces are the primary components of the crystal chamber. And obviously the amethyst crystal from my hometown of Thunder Bay. So I got these 2 pieces made out of raw brass. I picked raw materials because I'm not refined, I'm not a perfect person, so raw seemed to suit the needs better. The rest of my chassis is black, so I went with a black matte steel for the outer component. And overall, this whole crystal chamber cost me about $300 just for these 4 pieces on their own. And this I got in flexible black plastic, the same material the chassis is made out of, and I got that for a very specific reason, because that is where the crystal is held. Now, I'm going to put camera down so that I can actually show you how it's put together, but first, this is a 5mm RGB LED, and with the right resistors, there's a hole in the top and the bottom. I think the bottom will work a little better. It'll just slide right in. All right, and it'll light it up from either end depending on what you need it to do. Okay, so that's how that works. The reason I picked black plastic is because I didn't know if the crystal was going to fit properly or not, so I wanted something that was more flexible, because I can't get the crystal in like this, especially if it's made of a metal of some kind, because the metals don't really bend all that much, and when they do, they almost break. So I got the black plastic, so it bends a little bit, but it overall fits, and I don't hold it in with glue, it's just pressure fitted. Then you take this brass piece, slide that in, and come on, there we go. All right, then you assemble the other 2 pieces together. You'll see these, the slot and the 3 slots right next to it. That coincides with these. So you line them up, slide them in, and that's the resulting look. From there, you just take these 2 components and you slide them together like this. Slide them in like so. Sorry. And then I push the plastic bit past the brass bit. You gotta be careful so you don't break anything, because the plastic, while flexible, will break if you put enough pressure on it. I try my best to keep the pressure as low as possible. Okay. So just a little further. Little further. It's a snug fit, obviously, but I got it in there once, and I can get it in again. There. So that's the completed crystal chamber in all of its glory. Oh, sorry. You have a passageway here for any wires to lead from the switches and LEDs to the soundboard itself. So there's a slot there, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And these holes are for the 4x40 threaded rods for the rest of the chassis. So it can slide right on like so. Just give it a second. Oh, wait, nope, I have it on wrong. It's actually supposed to go on this way. Okay, there we go. Now we just slide it on. Come on. Work with me. This This is one of the things regarding lightsaber building. You have to be patient and careful, because if you break one of these components, you gotta spend quite a bit of money to get a replacement. So, there we go. And the battery would go here. Here's the soundboard. Sorry, there's the soundboard. Here's where the battery would go. Speakers over here. I have a slot ready there. Crystal chamber is here. And then a little extra bit of advice. I actually get a 20mm bass speaker holder in just, I haven't really attached this yet. A 20mm bass speaker holder, and then for the midsection chassis, where it slides in here, you'll notice I have drilled and tapped a 8-32 set screw, and you would, in theory, just set that in. Oh, wrong one. My bad. Screw that in place. And not too tight, just tight enough to hold it in place. And then the whole thing doesn't, well, it would slide out like that. But as you can see, I actually skipped a step. You're actually supposed to put these little nuts on the end of the 4x40 rod. So you assemble the whole thing, slide the nuts on, and then you slide the chassis in and hold it in place with this. And then it doesn't come out. And yeah, that's how I've held my chassis in place and still had the ability to do a crystal reveal. So slide this on, and then you could unscrew it and show off the crystal chamber or the whole thing if you needed to. So that's, yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed.